Listening 1, page 70. If you ever go to Oxford Street, you are likely to see and hear P.J. Howard, sinner winner man. He walks along the street with a loudspeaker and preaches to the people walking in and out of the shops. Listen to an interview between a journalist and Phil. Fill in the blanks.
How old are you?
50, the halfway stage of life.
What was your childhood like?
Great! Dad was a director of a big supermarket chain, Lipton's, and gave us everything we wanted. Whenever we wanted to go, we went on holiday. He looked after us, bought me a car when I was a young kid, everything. We got everything new, in terms of material possessions at least. We never wanted for naught. We had a crazy mother. I think it all went to her head. She was a proud woman, always arguing and battling with me. Dad was just interested in his career and growing the company. He encouraged me and my brothers. We built our big businesses before I committed to Christianity.
How did you get on at school? Were you good academically?
I could have done better. By the age of 15, I was usually up and over the fence, going to the bookies, always gambling me money away because my dad taught me how to gamble when I was a kid. I could have gone further, but I did get one grade 1 in my exams, and that was in religious education. Funnily enough, I went on to A-levels for a while, but got out to make money.
So you've always been interested in the spiritual side?
Back then, I mainly had an interest in money. I used to do the lovely old lady next door's back garden and throw soil over the weeds so I didn't have to pull them out. She used to pay me a £5 a time. I just buried the weeds until I ran out of soil.
What jobs have you had before?
After I left school, I worked for Littlewoods on computers when they first came out, the big Unilever company, FPD, insurance firms. I've also had a few of my own businesses in many, many different things, even a multi-million-pound timber company.
Why did you change your life?
I was in a cab one night, and the guy challenged me about his own Christian faith. I've always had a Christian background as a youngster, always believed in the Lord, but I slipped away. But that night, the taxi driver told me I wasn't a success in God's eyes, a material success in man's eyes, without a spiritual success in God's. I really re-evaluated my life at last, and decided to start putting something back into society, and turn back to God, to start obeying Him, living by His laws and loving Him and loving one another. I looked at my criminal record, my life, my goals, and I started to change, wanting to help people, invest in them for once, rather than things. I said, God, I've been a sinner, make me a winner. And He had me working all over England, then preaching in London when Princess Diana died. She had 26 million in the bank, while children in the third world countries were starving. Why didn't she use her money to help those children for a change? If she cared that much, why didn't she give some of it to them? God said, do not worship man, worship God. Sometimes people can look good in the media's eyes, but not in God's. He knows what's behind the things they do. He knows what's in their hearts.
How do you make money now?
Because of my past investments, I don't need to work. I spend wisely, so I don't need a lot. God said that whatever I need, He will always provide. My needs are met, not my wants. I've had that life, a self-indulgent life, and I find you just waste it on human things. I do want more money, but only so I can help more people.
How many hours a day do you do this?
Usually at least 12, but I try to get in 14 if I can. In Glastonbury, I've gone right through the night and done 48 hours preaching.
I bet you got hassle at Glastonbury.
Yeah, but I love it. I can thrive on it. I have a go at them, they calm them down. You learn how to play people in the end. You learn how to take the sting out of their words. From my personal experience, I know that you can turn negative people into positive people.
Have you feared for your life at times?
Yep, I had a guy once hold a gun to my head and say, I'll blow your brains out. Someone else tried to kill me on the train. I've had knives at my throat, but nothing nasty happened to me for ages. I speak to thousands of people, so you'll always get a few bad ones.
Where do your catchphrases come from?
God is like Sainsbury's. Do you know why? He makes life taste better. He's like Tesco, every little helps. I make them up as I go along. It's just being a bit creative. God is a creator, so He wanted man to be creative as well, not to be a zombie following a system, getting his ideas from others and basically walking around shops all day, being boring. He wanted people to be themselves, without inhibitions, be true to yourself, regardless of what others might think.
Most people know you for that catchphrase, be a winner, not a sinner. You've seeped into the consciousness of Londoners, which I guess is what you wanted.
Yeah.
Anything you wish I'd asked or want to add?
I'd like to see the young people of London becoming more loving towards one another. This city becoming more tolerant and loving. People repenting and going to heaven, not going to hell. If things don't change, we'll become more money mad, and at the end of the day, people will destroy themselves with selfishness. Don't be shy, give God a try, then the sinner will not die. It's been lovely to do this interview today. I hope you get on that winning way.